Trilobites are a class of ancient animals that share a unique and fairly recognizable morphology. All trilobites have a hard dorsal exoskeleton with three lobes that run from the cranial to the caudal end of the animal. These lobes are how it gets its name. Trilobites also have three body segments, which are sometimes mistaken for the lobes. These segments are the cephalon, or the head, the thorax, or the abdomen, and the pygidium, or the tail. This hard shell likely served as protection from predators. Most trilobites are believed to have been marine-dwelling and to have made their home in the benthic area. This is the area of the water column closest to the bottom of the ocean floor. Here, trilobites likely fed on detritus and small organisms found in the sediment on the ocean floor. Trilobites were mobile thanks to many legs that were hidden underneath the hard exoskeleton. They also had gills that are similar to those of book gills found in modern horseshoe crabs. Trilobites are believed to be the earliest known arthropods, a phylum that contains modern-day spiders, crustaceans, and most insects. These animals have similar body segmentation and leg segmentation to trilobites. However, trilobites predated these animals by many millions of years. Nearly all current knowledge of trilobites comes from examining specimens found as fossils. The earliest fossil record of a trilobite is believed to have been 540 million years old and to have lived during the Cambrian period, the first period in the Paleozoic era. This period is often noted as a time of dramatic expansion in the variety and density of species worldwide. The first flatworms, echinoderms, arthropods, and mollusks come from fossil formations believed to be from the Cambrian period. Trilobites are no exception to this trend, as they are currently found on every continent in the world other than Antarctica. Some trilobite species were so numerous during the Cambrian period that they're now used as biostratigraphic markers or index fossils of the Cambrian period. A lot of what we know about trilobite habitats comes from the type of rocks they're most often found in. Trilobites are found in shales like the Burgess Shale in Canada. This is a result of hardened sediment that was once on the ocean floor. Trilobites made a home here and are actually great fossil candidates for three reasons. The calcium carbonate exoskeletons of trilobites is made up of the same materials as snail shells, turtle shells, and corals. They also molted these shells, so there are much more shells than there were individual animals. This helps with chances of being preserved in the fossil record. Trilobites were also benthic dwelling creatures. This means that they were on the bottom of the ocean, and therefore, when they died, had a better chance of being covered up quickly before they could be eaten. Here they rested until fossilization occurred. To this point, we have only discussed trilobites during the Cambrian period. In fact, trilobites were on Earth for over 300 million years, and with one exception during the Ordovician period, thrived in doing so. To place this into some perspective, Australopithecus, the first bipedal ancestor of humans, was around 3.6 million years ago. Therefore, trilobites were on Earth over 100 times longer than humans have been. During this nearly unfathomably long reign, trilobites developed an extreme diversity, with over 20,000 described species found today. Keep in mind that 1 in 1 billion bones is preserved in the fossil record, so there may be trilobite species that we don't even know about today that existed during this time. Of the trilobites that have been discovered, their lengths vary from 1 centimeter to 70 centimeters, or nearly 2.5 feet long. Of these 20,000 species, many had distinct morphologic and sensory characteristics that surely helped them in surviving in their own environments. For instance, trilobites are believed to have the first compound eyes in the animal kingdom. If you've ever seen the eye of a fly with many hexagon-shaped grids, you know what this eye looks like. Other trilobites had no eyes and were likely found in the deep sea where no light reaches and eyes would be useless. Other variations in trilobite morphology include the shape and size of their shells. Some trilobites possess spines or spikes that almost surely protected them against predation. Predators of the trilobite included primitive fish and worm-like creatures that had teeth capable of flipping over the trilobite and eating its soft underbelly. Other trilobites had the ability to roll up into a ball, given the shifting plates on their exoskeleton shell. This might be similar to something you would see an isopod do today. As mentioned previously, trilobites suffered a setback in this immense diversity with the mass extinction that occurred at the end of the Ordovician period. This mass extinction event wiped out 60% of all marine invertebrates. However, trilobites managed to survive and lasted another 200 million years on Earth. The event that finally brought an end to the trilobite was a mass extinction event that occurred at the end of the Permian period, nearly 250 million years ago. This event, which lasted 15 million years, wiped out 95% of marine life and 70% of terrestrial life, and remains the largest mass extinction event to date on planet Earth. Suspected causes of this event include a rise in water temperature to levels of 77 to 82 degrees Fahrenheit. It is also suspected that carbon levels in the atmosphere changed during this time, possibly due to plant population. Whatever the cause, live trilobites gave way to their fossilized forms and were lost to history for nearly 250 million years until they were unearthed again by humans. Trilobites play an interesting role in human history as they have been recorded in the history of Asia, Europe, South America, and North America, and are today collected by amateurs all over the world because of their relative abundance.